up like Peter Pan. Sometimes I get so high I never land. Ain't no need to overthink it, I already understand. They be plotting on my downfall and need another plan. But we welcome all that hating, I'm like thank you, come again. Made a stack off the game and gave 100 to my man. I don't owe no money to him, I just did it cause I can. Yeah, round shit, we ain't on no clown shit. You a product of the people that you stick around with. Don't get caught up in the evil that'll have you down bad. Ain't no way around that, you gon' need a bounce back.
What is up, everybody? We are back for another Modern League match, trying to teach you the intricacies of the matchup so you can be more successful if you're playing Yawgmoth, or maybe if you're playing against Yawgmoth. But regardless, hopefully you're learning something and enjoying the content that we're producing here. And by we, I mean me. Today, slightly different variation on the list that I have been running. Still 2 Boseiju. We shaved an Eldritch Evolution. We added a 3rd Grist to the main deck. And we added a 4th Thoughtseize to the sideboard. This is a change I've been wanting to make for a little while, and today we're taking matters into our own hands and we're giving it a try. Our opening hand, I think, is pretty solid. We're playing against a Lurrus deck for the gajillionth time. This cat is everywhere. And I mean, this hand could probably be better. Due to seeing the Lurrus on the opposite side of the board, I would rather have like a 3rd land in the hand. But it's fine, it's a keep, so we will ride with it. Our opponent mulliganed to 6 cards. Let's see what they're doing. Alright, Inspiring Vantage, so we're thinking Burn maybe? Alright, Burn. I played against Burn earlier today. I started recording a video and they beat me. I had to mulligan pretty aggressively because I didn't have any lands. So I'm hoping this match will be more interesting. I didn't wind up saving that other one because I didn't think there was a lot of value to be had from it. So hopefully in this match I can not only win but show you how to navigate this matchup. Alright, so getting started here. We have a basic land which is actually really strong in this matchup because it affords us the ability to play out our spells without taking damage. I need to figure out how to do this where you can see what is going on. Alright, so there's a Rift Bolt coming off Suspend. They target the bird with that. That's fine by me. I mean, actually I'd prefer that they didn't, but if they do, it's not the end of the world. Alright, they're hitting me with that. Another thing that they might have is Searing Blaze, which is like it's kind of like a 2-for-1 where they hit me and the bird at the same time. They play a 2nd Vantage and pass the turn. That is not great for them. Alright. We're going to develop our mana a little bit, and then I'm going to play out a Geist. And I think I'm going to swing in with the Geist. So the thing here is they didn't play a creature on their 2nd turn. I'm guessing their hand is just land and direct damage. Typically with Undying creatures, you want to hold them back, you want to use them as chump blockers in the early game, but due to their lack of action here, specifically creatures, I'm going to swing in. And if they do have a creature and they get me, you know, they got me. They get me, they got me, you know? It's the New Jersey in me coming out. Alright. So life total is being pressured here. Next turn. Alright, there's the creature. Doesn't feel great. Would like to have a blocker back for that one. We could still block with the bird. I might actually do that. Let's see what we're going to get off the guide. Alright, we got a land. Not the one we want. So what I can do is I can block with the bird, preserve my life total, get a Scavenging Ooze, eat the bird, but then we're taking damage off the ooze. I think we're just taking this hit. And we're going to try to win in 2 turns, hopefully. Yeah, I think they're flooding out a little bit. Swinging with the Geist might have been a mistake though. And we have the win. Do we have the win next turn? We're close to it. I don't want to take excess damage if I don't have to, so I think we're going to preserve our life total here. I think I'm going to swing with the Geist, sacrifice it to Evo. Is that the right play? Geist, Evo. Conversely, I can just play out a Yawgmoth. If I play out a Yawgmoth, I'm taking a point of damage. Which means they can't kill me next turn, given what they have here. I think I'm going to preserve my life total here. So I'm going to swing first. The lines I'm taking this game are a little suspect. We'll see. We'll see if this pans out here. I think Yawgmoth is the card to get. Maybe it's not. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we get something like a Blood Artist, if they don't get rid of it, we just win next turn. Something like a Grist makes us close to winning next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. This is tricky. I'm not exactly sure what the right call is here. Maybe it's Wall of Roots. I think it's Wall of Roots actually. That was an interesting one. So Wall of Roots we can use to get ourselves a Wolf EOT. We can hard cast the Yawgmoth and then that's fine. So this line works out really well given what they just did. Alright, so we're going to take 1. And we should be able to win here. Yeah, Wall of Roots really wasn't on my radar when I cast that Evo, but I think that was the right play. Drawing these peatlands is abysmal, but it's fine. Alright, so we're going to cast our Yawgmoth. And then from here, we will play out the peatland. I think we're just going to chord right now. See if they have any interaction. If they don't, they're just dead. I mean, our life total is so high right now that we're really, really, really in good shape. So they only have 1 card. And even if they do have some form of interaction, I mean, we're going to be able to wipe their board pretty cleanly. Alright, so we're going to get the Blood Artist. And then I am going to pass priority to them and let them make the move. And if they don't make the move, let's see what they do. Swift Spear, sure. Attacking with the team. Goblin Guide triggers, we get ourselves a land. And let's start pinging things. See if they react to this. Okay, they're playing Skullcrack. It's interesting. So we basically just need to live and we're fine. Alright, so we are going to start killing some things. Okay, we're going down to 6. This is an interesting sequence. So we'll go down to 5. They have 0 cards in hand. They're just dead. Okay, so we have 2 blockers for their 3 creatures. And I can actually afford... Okay, they conceded. But what I could have done is I could afford it to let the Yawgmoth die while it was blocking one of the creatures, which would have been the Eidolon. I would have blocked Yawgmoth on Eidolon, Geist on Swift Spear. So those would have lived. Those 2 creatures would have died, their creatures. Then next turn I would have taken 1 damage, and then next turn I just play out another Yawgmoth or a Geist or whatever, and could have gone off from there. So I think skull cracking me might have been incorrect. I think the right move may have been to hit the Blood Artist there. Okay, here we're not doing too much. Endurance, Baloth, Liberator. I'm gonna pull a Grist, I think. Let me see what my sideboard guide says, which is in the description below. And there is also, I forgot to mention, a new version of the sideboard guide that is condensed onto 1 page front and back. So if you play the deck, taking it to a paper tournament, you can print that out and stick it in your deck box, bring it with you, use it during the tournament. So portable and fun. All right, so burn. All right, we're gonna pull a bird, and I'm actually gonna pull 2 chords as well. I've been seeing a little bit of an uptick in Rest in Pieces in this matchup recently, so that is why I am bringing in the Liberator. I think having Besage in the main deck affords you the ability to not have to bring it in for something like Eidolon, but just the fact that I've seen some Rest in Pieces recently, I'm going to bring it in. I feel like something is missing here. Oh, I pulled 4 cards. Okay. All right, let's leave 1 more chord in. Yeah, on the draw, maybe a bird. Maybe a bird's better. Oh, whoa, why do I have so many cards? Oh no, it was a mistake. Submitting a 62 card deck. I don't know what just happened there. All right, well, fortunately our hand works out okay. Yeah, this is fine. I mean, it's pretty much just like, just get some chump blockers down and go from there. So we will ride with this. Hopefully we can draw like a forest, and that will afford us the ability to hold on to the Boseiju for an Eidolon if need be. Alright, top card's an Endurance, so we don't have that luxury. Alright, and I'm going to play out a Yawgmoth so I can start chump blocking. One of the keys to victory in this matchup, chump block early, chump block often. A nice 13 card sideboard there. Alright, so what I am anticipating here is I'm going to chump block, and I think there's going to be a Searing Blaze coming from their direction on my Yawgmoth. We will see if that is true. Worst card for us right now is if they cast... Oh, that's actually not bad for us. An Eidolon. Eidolon's usually the worst card. Right now it would be the worst card. So we're going to cast a Wall of Roots. We're going to cast a Hierarch. And I'm actually going to swing. I think I made a mistake game 1 in swing, but here, maybe it's a mistake, I don't know, but we're turning the corner. If they, you know, if I block with Wall of Roots and they kill my Wall of Roots, I'm 100% fine with that. We've seen it in other matchups where, you know, if they point their burn spells at our creature as opposed to our face, it's the equivalent of gaining life at the expense of a card for them. So I'm okay if they want to take that approach. They've got 3 cards left, 4 cards. We're approaching the point where we want to find something to get our Baloth or our Scavenging Ooze or something along those lines. Alright, they're not attacking. They've got some mana up, so we are anticipating that they have something loaded in the chamber here. We're going to swing again. Yawgmoth for 3. Start pressuring their life total. The race is on, right? So we got plenty of mana, that's not an issue. So the reason why I use the mana from Wall of Roots, there's 2 reasons. One, Scavenging Ooze, if we can start down ticking our walls, it gives us the ability to dump them in our graveyard at our own, you know, on my terms, which can feed the Scavenging Ooze and gain me life. And then also because I have the Endurance in my hand, I can flash it in without much of an issue here. 1, 2. We'll down tick this one further. And I'm not going to I'm not going to shuffle anything. I don't want to put those cards back in their library, give them more gas. Alright, Yawgmoth. They have 1 card in hand. I'm pretty close to killing them with Yawgmoth. I think I'd play him out pre-combat. So what Yawgmoth does is it allows me to proliferate, which could be good. We don't have any cards to do that with. Do it like this. We're going to attack with those two, see what they do from here. I mention this every single time, but of note, Yawgmoth is pro-humans, Swift Spear is a human. I hope I just didn't F6 through there. Alright. Interesting. Okay, so what we're going to do is, this puts us in range, which is a little bit concerning. Let's see what they do here. Path to Exile. So that's going to buff the Swift Spear, which I am going to play around. Given the fact that I know that they don't have any burn in their hand, we are going to take advantage of that. So proliferate, very underrated ability of Yawgmoth's, underappreciated, but very strong. That might have been a mistake on my part. The fact that I did not let the second target resolve with the Yawgmoth. So they just spent their turn bringing Lurrus into their hand and casting a Goblin Guide. So Lurrus might be a little problematic if we don't draw something here. So we're going to start to get to rebuy all of their creatures. Okay, we're putting them down to 9. Canyon draws them a card. I don't think that's where they want to be this turn, though. Lurrus is on the battlefield, and now they're going to rebuy a Swift Spear, maybe? Or a Goblin Guide? Yeah. This has been an interesting game. More so than the last one, I think. That's a pretty good draw. So it allows us to pressure them a little bit more. They'll chump block with the Goblin Guide, I would imagine. Take 5, go down to 4. And next turn they can draw a card with the Canyon. So if they draw 2 3-mana burn spells, we're just dead. This is close. Game of inches. That's usually how it winds up against the burn matchup. I think Yawgmoth is favored, but it usually goes to 3 games, and they're usually close games. It's kind of what it feels like when you're playing against Mill as well. Like, you always feel like you're an inch away from dying, but it doesn't always happen. These mountains are kind of cool. Japanese inspired. I don't know that I've ever seen those before. Alright, let's see what they got. Alright, so that's 3 to me. They have another 3-mana burn spell. Something to get us Scavenging Ooze would probably be our best draw at this point. Interesting. Attacking with Lurrus, and I have to block. And I think we're going to block with the bird. Can we find a Scavenging Ooze? We can. So Scavenging Ooze gains us 4. Alright, so that's a lot of life. Alright, we're going to lead with an attack. And go from there. Not sure they're anticipating what is about to happen here. So we could also get an Obstinate Bail off, but I think Ooze is better because it eats up their graveyard, and they're abusing their graveyard right now with Lurrus. I do wish I had an extra green mana up to put me out of range of double burn spell again, but I know I have the Wall of Roots, but what is going on? This is very nerve-wracking. Yeah, they have like Boros Charm, burn spell, 3 mana burn spell. 3 damage burn spell. I just die. Despite my efforts. Alright. We got there. Yeah, so these games are usually really close. You need to find a way to gain some life. Usually if you can gain 4 or more life in a given game, you should win that game. We gained 3 life in that game and it was good enough for us to get there, but I think had we not drawn that evolution at that key instance in the game, I don't think we would have won that game. I think we were probably dead if we didn't gain those 3 life there. So a game of inches, very, very close match, as it usually is. But once again, I think Yawgmoth comes out on top. I think it has the edge, and I think Burn is a favorable matchup for this deck. So that being said, I am checking out. I will catch you next time. If you've enjoyed this video, of course, make sure you subscribe. Thumbs up, comment below, let me know if there's anything you would have done differently, anything about these videos you would like me to improve or change or make more entertaining for you to watch. I'm new at this, so I'm learning. I appreciate you tuning in. I'll catch you next time. Later.